What's going on, man? It's your big brother TREN. You tuned in again to another exclusive video. This video is for chosen ones and chosen ones only. If you're not chosen, what I'm gonna say will be like a different kind of language to you. You won't even understand what I'm talking about. Only real true chosen ones will be able to vibrate with what I'm about to say in this video. All right. At the end of this video, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. And also stay tuned to the end of the video because today I have something really, really special for you. Okay, something different than anything else I've mentioned in the past. But anyway, chosen one. Chosen ones have royal DNA. Okay. If you are a true chosen one, you come from a royal bloodline. All right. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, this is a download. You come from a royal, and I got this download last night. You come from a royal bloodline, and you are the descendants of kings and queens. Okay, even though race-wise, you might look like people in your family. You might look like, you know, your homeboy, your homegirl because your skin tone, but the blood hit different. Okay, your bloodline hit different. All right. See, people don't know where the bloodlines come from. You know what I mean? But like, if you're a true chosen one, the reason why you are tapped in, the reason why you get downloads, the reason why you set apart from everybody, and you don't know why you can't do the same things everybody else do. You don't think the same thoughts. You don't behave the same way. You just think totally different from everybody else because you know who you are. You feel the value in yourself. It's because you come from a royal bloodline and you cannot associate yourself with simple-minded people. Okay. And you always been like this. You know what I'm saying? You always been like this. If you're wondering why you just don't get along with certain people, again, it's because you cannot connect with like-minded people. You can't because you come from the descendants of royalty. All right. Yeah. I don't know if y'all know what royalty feel like. Okay. Comment below if you know what royalty is like, or if you know what it's like to be royal. Okay. Comment below and say, I know what it feels like, big bro TREN. I know a lot of girls out there. I know a lot of women who call themselves queens and stuff like that. But it's crazy because I ain't talking down on women this time, but it's crazy because some of the women that call themselves queens and stuff like that, like not all of them, but the majority of them, if you go to their pages and you look at them and you look at their language and how they talk, or if you look at their pictures or something, they act ghetto. So it'd be like, something ain't right here. Something is off. But I think a lot of people just use these terms like king and queen just to throw it around because they feeling themselves. But the true chosen one is the royal chosen one. Okay, the royal DNA. Okay, the real king and the real queens. Okay, and how do you know if you have royal blood, if you come from a royal background? Because other people will call you a king. You know what I'm saying? If you a man, you don't even got to go around talking about how you a king. You don't even have to say that. Ladies will come to you and say, king, king, king. And you probably might not never called yourself no king, or you don't go around saying king or nothing. But if you a man, you probably have girls to address you as king, 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 king. You know what I mean? Not to be bragging about myself or nothing like that, because y'all don't never hear me call myself king. I've never said I was a king. I've never said I was a prophet or anything. I get women to call me king. A lot of women call me king. You feel me? Same thing with women. If you're a true chosen one woman, you don't have to call yourself a queen. If you're a true chosen one woman, you don't have to call yourself a prophetess. If you have to do that, you're not really that, because you don't really go around. You don't go around boasting about who you are. It's just natural. People will praise you. And then other people will hear other people saying that to you. And they'll be like, why they call them that? Like, why they call her that? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, she really is like that. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing about it, chosen one. Since you have royal DNA, it's very hard for you to do things like normal people. Like, you don't want to act like you cocky sometimes. I know you don't want to act like you cocky or you just like very conceited or something, but it's just like you just want the best for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You might go into the store or something and you see something, a product that has value and it's a higher price. And then that same product beside it is a lower value product and it's a lower price, but it's the same type of product. You got a tendency to buy the high value product that costs more money, even though you ain't got but $20 left in your bank account, and the product that you about to buy, it costs $19. And you just like, yo, I gotta have that kind of toothpaste, man. I have to have that kind of toothpaste. Fluoride free. I have to have that kind of toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? And even though you know you're gonna be broke after, you don't even be thinking like you're gonna be broke, do you? You don't even think you're gonna be broke because somewhere in your intuition, somewhere your consciousness is telling you, if you spend it on this, you a queen. You will get it back anyway. And then ain't it crazy? Because even though you do go about doing things like you got a lot of money, you know what I mean? Listen, you do got a lot of money, okay? You got spiritual riches, okay? True chosen ones have spiritual riches. True chosen ones of a royal DNA, they don't think about money like everybody else. You know, regular people think about, I'm going to spend this money and I need to keep my money. I need to save it for a rainy day. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not paying you to cut my hair. You need to just cut my hair. Ain't you new here? No, I'm not paying that. No, that's too much. No, I'm not paying anything. I'm a chosen one. I'm not paying for anything you got, TREN. I'm a true chosen one. No, you don't. You got a lack mentality. You're not of the royal bloodline. You don't have royal DNA, because real chosen ones with the royal DNA, they already know what they put out. They're going to get it right back. They'll get it right back. You know what I mean? A real true chosen one can give away something that they have to a stranger, because the stranger might need it more than them, and the stranger begging them that they need it so bad. You know what I mean? They know they're going to get it back. They know they're going to get it back every single time. Why? Because the true chosen one's blessings don't come from this world. Okay? It comes from the Most High. And they always know, they always thrive. They always get what they want. But see, when you're a true chosen one, you got the royal DNA. This is why it's hard for you to connect with people. This is why it's hard for you to get around people and to act normal. Because you get around people that doing regular shit, you just be like, this shit is too ghetto for me. This shit is thugged out. Y'all sitting around here smoking weed. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all using curse words for every word you say. I used to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like that when I used to hang around some of my friends. I'm like, I would be the guy that just sat back and just look at some of my friends. Even though I was still like considered one of them, I was thinking different in my mind versus how I was acting around them. You know what I'm saying? I was just playing a role around them like, yeah, nigga, yeah, word, dog, bro. But in the back of my mind, I be thinking like, why the fuck do they keep saying bro for? Is that the only word that in their vocabulary or some shit? Like, why do they want to why do my homeboy want to just chase girls all the time? Like, I mean, I like women too, but like, I'm like, is that making them feel like greater men because they're able to smash women? And like, is he doing it to please me, to show me his power and might as a man? I mean, like, what is he doing it for? And I used to think about stuff like that. But see, at the time, you know what I mean? I didn't know why I was thinking stuff like that. You feel me? But, you know, when you're a chosen one, everything that's mediocre around you, you start to leave it. You start to leave it where it is. You feel me? You start to leave your mediocre friends. You start to disconnect yourself from your lack mentality family who don't want nothing out of life, who don't want to go nowhere, who don't want to see new places, who don't want to see new faces. You separate yourself from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start thinking about yourself in a higher consciousness, a higher light. You be like, I deserve better. You know what I mean? You get to a point, chosen, when you walk into bathrooms and, you know, if you see too much toilet tissue around a stall, if you still see toilet tissue in that stall and it ain't flush, you'll go to the next stall. Like, I'm not touching that thing and getting germs on me. I'm finding a clean stall. Where a clean stall at? Aha. And then if you get in the clean stall, you still ain't touching nothing. That's because you got that royal DNA. Some people don't care. They just so nasty. You know what I mean? Some people don't got no manners. They just nasty. You know what I'm saying? You know, regular people, they just would have sat right on that toilet if it was a whole bunch of soggy tissue in it, just marks of brown stuff all around the stool. They still would have just sat on it and then came out the bathroom and like they was normal and then put their arm around you like, hey, baby, how you doing? And he don't even know. He don't even know what kind of toilet he was sitting on, boo. Where they do that at? I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't even wash my hands on a sink with a whole bunch of water still left around it. I won't even do that if I go into a public place. If I see a whole bunch of water around the sink or something like that, like little droplets of water around the sink, you know what I mean? Little hairs and stuff around the sink from somebody, pubics and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not washing my hands over there. I don't care if I can get paper towel to wipe it up or not. I'm going over here. You know what I'm saying? I'll go get a water bottle and pour some water on my hands before I wash it in the sink contaminated like that. You know why? Because like I said, chosen ones have royal DNA. We don't like regular stuff, period. We don't like regular people. We don't like regular stuff. We don't like to do normal stuff. We like to do outlandish things. We like to do things that are abnormal, that are out of this world. You know what I'm saying? We like to go hike in places that we never been. You know what I mean? We want to travel. You know what I'm saying? We like to go places that we never been. See, regular people don't like to do nothing like that. Regular people will hate you for trying to be different. Regular people will hate you for thinking outside the box. Regular people don't like chosen ones because they have a lack mentality and they have a simple mind. You know, regular people think like inside of a box, like a cube. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, a true chosen one of royal DNA, they think about the whole entire world. They want to go see the world. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know, as a chosen one, it's hard for you, like, as a chosen one, because you got that royal DNA. Like, even when you have conversations with people, you don't want to talk about nothing normal. You can't have conversations about superficial stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a lady, like, you probably the type of lady that's a chosen one lady with royal DNA, and you can't talk to women that like to gossip all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she always talking about her women at her job and what's going on with her man and how her man did this and her man did that and how she talking about her other friend and how her friend ain't did it. It just drains you if you're a chosen one woman with royal DNA. It drains you because you like on some real queen type shit. You only thinking optimism, just optimism, optimistic stuff. She over here being pessimistic. And that's why you probably don't have a lot of girlfriends as a chosen one woman, because a lot of women don't have upbeat conversations. They don't have conversations of prosperity. You know what I mean? They don't have conversations of how abundant they live in. You know what I mean? A lot of women don't talk like that. A lot of women think in lack. A lot of women always talk about what they don't have and what they need to get. And they need to get this and they need to get a man like this. And they got to get a man that make this much money. And you sit here thinking like, why she want to have a man to do that for her and she ain't got it for herself? Where they do that at? She talking about she want to get a man to take her to Turks and Caicos or something like that, and she ain't even never been outside of the country nowhere. Make it make sense. And so as a chosen one, you can't have conversations like you can't have normal, lame, boring conversations with people. You know what I'm saying? Fellas, that's probably why you don't have a lot of friends either. You can't have conversations with people that ain't talking about nothing, you know, monumental. You know what I mean? They not talking about nothing big, nothing heavy, nothing grand on a large scale. You know, it's hard to run into men that's talking about this. They're trying to take over the world, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find men that's thinking about how to run a Fortune 500 company. You know, it's hard to find dudes that's thinking like on a CEO type mindset where y'all talking about trading. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all talking about crypto and stuff like that. It's a lot of these men don't know about none of that stuff. So as a chosen one man, you will be by yourself most of the time because you got royal DNA, bro. You be thinking like a king. You be thinking like a boss. And like I said, as a chosen one with royal DNA, you don't fit in nowhere, man. You go out places, man, and you see how immature people are because you be studying people's behaviors and people's psychology and they mannerisms and stuff. And you just scan a room probably when you be people watching. You just like, ugh. They just so toxic. They low class. They low class. You know what I mean? And you might look at some of the richest people in the room and you just look at them like, she is so low class to me. That is who, like, she look like a prostitute. And she thinks she fly. She's like a prostitute. That's not classy. You know what I'm saying? And you just think totally different, man. Everything has to be done for you like royalty. Okay, everything has to be neat for you. It has to be laid out for you. Your Airbnb has to be spick and span when you go in it. Your room service need to be right on time. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta be perfect to you as a chosen one with royal DNA. That's how you think because it's in your genetics. It's in your mentality. You know they say like bloodline genes are passed down through DNA. You know what I'm saying? So we got the DNA of all of our ancestors. All right. So it's inside of you, all the stuff that your ancestors used to think about themselves and they royal DNA, it was passed down to you in your DNA, and you constantly unlocking parts of your DNA that they had that you didn't know nothing about, but you can feel it because the way you think about the outside world, you just like, man, I gotta have the best. I gotta go to the best gym. Man, I gotta go to the best hair salon. You know what I'm saying? I like them type of garments, but I gotta have some real garments that'll last me for a whole year. I can't get that cheap shit, that raw shit no more. You know what I mean? I love Walmart. I love Wally World, but I gotta go to the high class shit because them people be walking around and they be looking like NPCs and shit. They be looking like bots and shit. They be looking like they dead in Walmart and stuff. Like I can't shop in there with them. They touching the onions and stuff. Ain't nobody, his hand dusty like he got off a construction site and shit, and he ended up touching hands with the damn orange shirt on and brown pants with paint all on it and shit. I can't shop in here with these folks, even though I love Wally World. Because you were chosen. Oh boy. Hey, I be teasing myself, man. Y'all, it's your big brother TREN, man. You already know what time it is, man. You already know what time it is, man. But real talk, man. Chosen ones got the royal DNA, man. It's in you. It's in you. And look, you ain't uppity. You ain't better than nobody or nothing. You just like the best of things. You like the finer things. You like the diner things. You like the Michelin star restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Just like big bro. I'm the same way, bro. I'm the same way. I gotta have the best, period. I'm on some new shit now, man. I don't even eat regular steaks no more. You know a new steak I'm starting to eat? Australian steaks. Some of y'all don't even know what the hell that is. How am I eating Australian steaks now? Because the universe brought it to me, bro. The universe had somebody that cooked one, and they was like, taste this. And I tasted it. And then I seen that person again, and he said the same. He's like, man, taste this again, man. You like the last one? I was like, yeah. I opened up a little box. I was like, yeah, man, that's different right there, man. Been stuck on it ever since, man, ever since. So the universe will send you higher value, higher quality stuff if you really walking in that royal DNA. If you really a chosen one and you really feel like you deserve the finer things, the universe will just bring you people. It'll bring you products. It'll create for you experiences that only kings and queens could experience that other people can never ever get to. Okay, if you feel like you're a chosen one with royal DNA, comment below and say, big bro, I'm a chosen one with royal DNA, and just throw some emojis beside it so you'll be different from everybody else. Man, make your emojis creative too. I want to see how creative you get with the emojis. Anyway, man, royal blood DNA chosen ones, if you want $100 free tonight, click that chime link, sign up for free. They're going to ask you to send a little bit of your own money to that new Chime account. That's all you're going to do, transfer some money from one of your accounts to the Chime account because they want to see if you're using the app. But it's free. It's your money. It's a win-win situation. And they'll give you $100. Bro, trying to take everybody out of business. They giving people money to sign up for free on that app. So just click that app below. Use my referral link. That's the only way you're going to get that $100. Use my referral link. Sign up for Chime today, and you get you a Australian steak tonight. Or get you a healthy meal, whatever you want to eat tonight. So make sure you sign up for that. Also, if you're not a part of the Chosen One Community School, make sure you join the Chosen One Community School by clicking that link below. We filling up, folks. We filling up in a private community. It's different from the YouTube channel, okay? It's different from the YouTube channel. This is a private community for exclusive Chosen Ones only. If you want to connect with other people, including your big bro, every single day for free. Join that link down there below, Chosen One School Society. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.